Okay, time for part 8. So I wanted to mention a couple of things I didn't really get a chance to talk about before. The very first boss that we fought, the giant plant, I mentioned that it was from Little Shop of Horrors, but what I didn't mention was that boss was actually changed for the US version. I forgot to bring that up. It wasn't completely changed. I mean, it's still a plant, but they made some pretty significant alterations to it. In the movie, I mean, it depends on which movie you watch. There's a Roger Corman, I think it's 1968 version, and then there's a 1986 color version with Rick Moranis in it. In the original black and white movie, it's Audrey Jr., and in the 80s version, it's Audrey too. But either way, you know, it's the Audrey plant. It's basically sort of like a giant Venus flytrap. Hold on, let's take a quick break here. Okay, there we go. Nothing here either, yo. Just another empty room. But anyway, so yeah, the US version boss is still a giant plant, but they changed it to look more like a pitcher plant than a like a Venus flytrap style plant. The one in the movie actually almost looks like the piranha plant from Super Mario Brothers, although Mario Brothers came way later. And they removed the microphone and the amp in the background. Although oddly enough, they left the programming for the amp in, so you can still stand on it, but the graphics are gone. So you're just basically standing on like a empty black square. So it's kind of bizarre. It's a weird little thing you can test out in the US version. Bet you he's gonna drop nothing, of course. Let's redo that. Alright, I went back and got another Very U capsule, so that's more like it. I think we're pretty much at the end of round 5 now. So yeah, that's the story of the changes with the Little Shop of Horrors plant. Also, another little interesting tidbit. The well boss, the one that's based on the Japanese ghost story, you would think that they changed that one for the US version, but oddly enough, they didn't. They left it just as it is. They only changed the dialogue. I think they sort of vaguely refer to it as a wishing well, maybe in the instruction manual or something. But strangely enough, that one was largely unchanged. So, go figure. And here we are at round 6. Whoa. Lots of doors here. Let's just roll with this one. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. I don't really like these comets. Or spirit flames, or whatever you want to call them, coming down. That might be a good thing to farm. Hold on one second. Okay. Farmed up some more health. I have a feeling I may need it on this stage. Nice pants. Look, I just want some pants. A decent pair of pants. those cheap hits. I don't know, this is probably just going to take a lot of trial and error. Aha. Let's take a quick break. And we're back. I think the whole thing about this boss, it's just kind of supposed to mess with your head because it sort of, you know, blends in with the background. It's pretty freakish looking. I think that's actually the one and only boss for this level, so now if we can just get out of here, it should take us to round 7. Whoa. Oop, I think I've gone back to the beginning. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I believe I found the correct door here. Check this out. Ta-da! Well, we just completed round 6, so we are now officially 3/4 of the way through the game. Hard to believe. We were halfway through the game after we finished round 4, huh? So now we're 3/4. And round 7. Just one more round to go after this one. Recognize that guy? Something else that got changed for the US. He takes a lot of hits to kill. You got Jason, the Elephant Man, and gosh, I can't think of. It's a Chinese hopping spirit. I'll think of the name in just a minute. Anyway, let me take a quick break here. Okay, anyway, normally I try to fight the enemies, but I don't think I will in Jason's case, because my understanding is that in the prototype version he takes 48 hits to kill. In the US version I think he only takes something like 8 or maybe 10. It's way less though, and I think it's supposed to be kind of a reference to how, you know, Jason is nigh impossible to kill in the movies. Kind of a nod to his horror icon status, if you will. This guy's getting really annoying. But, yep, I think this would probably be a good stopping point right here. And we will pick up in the next exciting episode of Let's Play Parody World Monster Party.